Welcome to Let's Play Cloud Master on the Sega Master System. 1989 Hot B Co Limited, licensed by Taito Corporation. Round 1, Mount GOGYO. Pause. Yeah, it's about Michael Chen, who wants to reach enlightenment by killing lots of enemies with his firepower and riding a cloud, and eventually gaining the title of Cloud Master. Yeah, it's a side-scrolling shooter. One hit, one kill. So you die first time from anything, from hitting either an enemy or a fireball, or getting trapped in between the rock and the screen. There are 5 levels, each with 2 mini bosses, except the 5th one, which has 3 mini bosses, and then, or middle bosses, if you like. And then at the end of each level is a boss, and they take loads of hits to die. Yeah, so let's go then. So this is Mount GOGYO. That's a Canton man. They're Chinese dumplings. That's a pea pot. That will give me a stronger firepower. It's an F pot. That makes me faster. Up to 6 levels, but like R-Type, you don't want too many, otherwise you'll accidentally touch an enemy because you'll be too sensitive. The controls get too sensitive. That's an A pot, so that means now I have auto fire. I can just hold button 1 and shoot auto fire. This is Lightning Boy, the first middle boss. He shoots lightning, obviously. I need that. That's it, got it. And when you kill a middle boss, they leave a door behind. So go in the door, and then we get to the weapon shop. It's not really a shop, but I don't know what else to call it really. You don't buy weapons, you just choose one, or you can choose none if you want, and press exit. And she says, "Welcome, choose your favourite magical power." Yeah, there are many of them. The first, I'm not going to show you every weapon this time round. After you complete the game, the game goes on forever, and you can just do the game again and again and again. So you can just do, after you do level 5, you go back to level 1, and you can continue with your score to get a high score. And then I'll show you all the weapons. But the first time I play this, I only ever choose the same weapons again and again. So yeah, so and to do that I'll have to die. I'll explain that in just a second. Yes, this is the 4-way guard. It's 4 flames circle Michael Chen, and they're quite weak, and when they touch an enemy they're extinguished, but you can't replace them all until they're all gone, which can be quite tricky when only one is left. You have to get rid of it before you can replace them all, so I don't really like that. It's also quite distracting. This is the 2-way guard, flame shoot above and below Michael Chen. And they're not really distracting, but they're quite weak. But you can do auto fire with them, which is quite fun, but they are quite weak. Dragon fire, it's quite strong. It circles Michael Chen twice, I believe, then goes forward. No, it circles Michael Chen, goes forward, goes around the circle again, and then goes forward off the screen. You can only shoot one at a time, and but they are strong, but you have to wait until it goes off the screen before you can shoot another one. And these are the bombs. You have to be quite accurate, because you have to have a direct hit. If you miss the enemy, they just fall off the screen. So, but I like to do them anyway because they're strong and they're the least distracting. So yeah, I'll show you the other weapons after I complete the game, because I like to choose these weapons at the start because I don't really want to lose a life. Every time you go into a shop and you choose a weapon, the next shop will be the second shop after this, if I don't die, and it'll have different weapons in it. I won't be able to choose this one, for example, in the next shop. The next shop has this 3-way guard, which is this, but with shooting one at the back as well, and the bouncing bomb and the search bomb is there, and I'll show you then. But I want to show you all the weapons, but to do that, to get back to the first shop, I have to lose a life. There are 4 shops in total. If I get to the 4th one and lose a life, the next shop will be the 3rd one. If I lose 2 lives, next shot will be the 2nd one, and you lose 3 lives or more, next shot will be the 1st one again. That's how it works. So I always choose the bomb at the start. as I think it's the best one, but I'm sure other people who play this game have different opinions. You have to have a direct hit, so they go off the screen, or they just sort of disappear. That's a rock. If you get caught between that and the screen, it's instant death. That's another fast. I will be getting that, so I have 2 maximum. It's another P, so I have double blue power now. So I don't really get more than 2 speed pots, because the controls get too sensitive and I'll touch an enemy. It's like R-Type. Yeah, that one would have given you an auto-fire if I'd lost a life and I didn't have an auto-fire anymore. Would have given me an A pot. Right, Lightning Boy's coming up again, the second Lightning Boy. Yeah, you have to have a direct hit. That's a Pigoid. They shoot quite quickly, you have to be careful. That's it. That sometimes gives you a P pot, but not in this case. The better firepower you have, the less likely. Oh, get that. The less likely the enemies are to drop a P pot. Normally, only the Chinese dumplings will drop pots, but sometimes other enemies will as well. Other pots, as an S pot, which stands for special, you only ever get that if you lose a life, mainly, or if you miss a P pot at the start, you'll get an S pot, and that was like a P pot, but it puts your power up 2 levels. So at the start, you have yellow power, 1 level goes up to single blue power, and the next, so it'll send you up 2 levels from yellow power to blue power, to blue with double yellow power. Or if I'm on the single blue power, it'll send me straight to double blue power. The next power after the one I have now, double blue, is single red with double blue, and then after that it's double red, and then they're still absorbed by enemies, so you can do rapid fire with them, because you don't have to wait till they go off the screen before you can shoot another one, because they're absorbed by enemies. The next one after that is a bracket, and because they go through enemies, you have to wait till they go off the screen before you can shoot another one, and you can only shoot 2 at a time. And after that, it's bracket with 2 red shots as well. Again, you have to wait till they go off the screen before you can shoot another one. You're only allowed 2 on the screen at once, so I don't really like them as much because it can leave you quite vulnerable. So I usually like to stick with the double red shot. Although when I complete the game, in the next game, I'll show you the brackets, but I don't normally get them. Anyway, this is the second shop. So we have the 4-way guard again. That's the 3-way guard that shoots 1 up and 1 down, and 1 behind. These are identical, but they are different, but they look identical. This one's the bouncing bomb. It goes on the ground and bounces. It's quite annoying because it tends to bounce over the enemies. It's supposed to get enemies in the air a bit as well, but I just find it annoying because I usually only drop them to get enemies on the ground, and it sometimes bounces over them. This is the search bomb, and it goes along the ground, slides along the ground until it hits an enemy. I do like to get this one, but because of the way shops work, in the third shop, the search bomb isn't in the third shop, so to keep it I'd have to press exit, but because of that I won't be able to get to the 4th shop. To get to the 4th shop I have to choose something in the 3rd shop, otherwise I'll just keep getting the 3rd shop again and again and again, which is annoying. So what I'll do is I'll keep the search bomb for the rest of the game and show you the rest of the weapons after I complete the game. But I do like to have the search bomb for the rest of the game, really, because it's the best in my opinion. Right, so search bomb, and it just slides on the ground like that, which is really convenient, and it's really strong as well. The 4th shop has a pretty good bomb in it. It's another bouncing bomb. It's called the super bomb, but it goes through enemies and through the rocks. But I only wish they had a bomb like the search bomb that went through enemies as well, but they don't. It's just the bouncing one. The super bomb bounces. There isn't a search bomb equivalent. Right, so this is the boss. I forgot to say that after the first middle boss is a save point. So if you die after you complete the first middle boss, you will start after the first middle boss. Of course, you'll lose all your firepower and weapon and everything. naturally. So you just have to get the phoenix's head. Yeah, this is the phoenix. Just have to get the phoenix's head, and just look for the gap. There we go, found it. And then it eventually dies, and that's the end of the phoenix. If you wait too long, I mean ages, I mean you'll find it difficult to wait too long on this one. It will start coming towards Michael Chen, and you will probably die. Anyway, you are great. Accept a new title and 100,000 points. Watch out, a new test. And an extra life is given after the first 30,000. Yeah. Quick, more training. Yeah, extra life is given after the first 30,000 points. Then after that, every 200,000 points. After that, so 200,000, 400,000, 600,000, etc. So this is I'll just pause this quickly. Yeah, this is round 2, the Ko River, and it's quite difficult. There's new enemies, tiger heads, soldiers, tiles, and they all shoot a lot and very quickly. The middle boss here is the evil hermit. He shoots lightning as well. In fact, every middle boss shoots lightning, and a lot of the boss of this stage shoots lightning as well. But only Lightning Boy is called Lightning Boy. They all shoot lightning, but they're not really referenced to in their name. So anyway, off we go then. That's a pea pot. Good. That gives you the double red shots. They're the best. In my opinion, I'll be keeping those for the rest of the game. I don't really want any more pea pots because they'll give you the brackets, and they're not very good. Right. Yeah, they're the tiger heads. I do find them annoying. That's why I like the search bombs. You just drop them, you don't notice them anymore. They're the least distracting weapon, and they're also the most useful in my opinion. Yeah, these are rocks. They need a few hits, but I have a strong firepower. Right, that soldier always drops an E-pot, so drop a bomb on him if you can, and collect the extra life. Here's the first evil hermit. He's nearly dead. There we go, because I dropped bombs on him. Go in the shop, because if anything, it gets rid of all the enemies and gives you a breather. I won't be getting anything from this shop because I want to keep the search bombs, but I'll tell you what everything is in here. Once I complete the game, I'll show you all the weapons. This is the 4 images, not 5. The one in the middle represents Michael Chen. It shoots 4 images of Michael Chen, which are quite distracting, very quickly out of each corner, so top left and top right, etc. They're not very powerful. Dragonfire again. That's the bouncing bomb again, so we don't want that. Another reason I don't like the bouncing bomb, it's quite distracting because it bounces, as well as bouncing over the enemies you're trying to kill. And that's the 2 crescents. That shoots, not 3, but 2 crescents out the back that quickly go forward. They're quite weak and they flash, which are quite distracting. And being distracted is bad because it means that you can be distracted and touch a fireball or an enemy that's difficult to see if your mind's on the crescents, for example. Anyway, they're quite useful to have as extra firepower, but they are distracting, so I do recommend the search bomb over them. Right, so choose exit, which is nice to have an exit, so you don't have to choose a weapon, so I can keep the search bomb. Right, so back to the game. Kill that soldier. The only normal enemy in this game, really. That's the weirdest enemies in the universe, this game. Right, no enemies, that means it's that's the save point. We passed the save point. Yeah, the better firepower you have, the less likely you are to get a pea pot. It's all probability. And that goes to speed as well. Yeah, they're monkeys. You don't want to let them get to the left of the screen, otherwise they'll shoot twice and jump in the air, and they're quite difficult to avoid with all the other enemies going on. Yeah, get these rocks. Drop a few bombs on them if you can. There we go. They don't shoot, which is pretty nice, but they are quite difficult to avoid sometimes. These are yeah, that drops an F-pot. These are tiles that follow you around. They're slightly stronger, but I still kill them first time because of my strong firepower. Right, there's the second evil hermit. Just kill him like that with the bombs, and he's sorted. I didn't really need what was in there. What was in those Chinese dumplings anyway. It was only either a pea pot or an F-pot. I have 2 speeds, my maximum that I always get. The maximum is 6, but I always choose 2. no more than 2, and I have the maximum power that I want. I don't want the brackets, they're rubbish. Yeah, I don't really want the brackets, because the one after the 2 reds is there. Those brackets only allowed 2 on the screen at once, because they go through enemies, so you have to wait for them to go off the screen before you can shoot more of them. So I don't really like that, so you can leave you quite vulnerable. So I like to keep the double red shot because they're absorbed by enemies, and the ones after the brackets are brackets with a red shot above and below it. But they like the normal brackets, only slightly stronger. You can still only shoot 2 at a time. Yes, this is the 3rd shop again, so I'll just sort of exit again to keep the search bombs. Get that monkey. Yeah, they do tend to shoot a lot, those tiger heads. They do need a fair few hits, those rocks. Right, here's the 2nd boss. He's called the Kappa. He also shoots lightning bolts, but the only boss who does, main boss that is, he's like an anthropomorphic salamander with a sickle on a stick, riding a cloud. I don't really know what a Kappa is. Yeah. Just find the gap, that's it. There's always a gap. If you start at the top, then go down, so his shots are spread out, and there'll be a gap waiting for you. Start at the top, and then just go down, so he'll make a gap for you. There we go. And just keep shooting him. I don't really know how many hits he needs, but I just tend to keep shooting at him until he dies. I've only had it once, or the only time I've ever had him come towards me is when I've had a really weak firepower and I've been, you know, but I never seem to lose a life much these days, so I always get up to him with strong firepower. But if anyone does come towards you, it'll be that boss. You are great. Accept a new title on 100,000 points. Another life. Watch out. A new test. Quick. More training. Bursting with personality. Right, and round 3, the Great Wall. Explain about this one quickly. This level is slightly harder than the last one. It starts off sort of easy, but it gets very difficult quite quickly. There's 2 types of annoying new enemy. Tiger with shield, who is they shoot very quickly and sometimes appear from the left. And there's also mushrooms, red mushrooms that come from the left, and they can take you by surprise and kill you instantly as soon as they appear if you're on the left. Or they can and they always shoot, you know, unless you kill them early, which is difficult because they come from the left. There's also flying swords, which are like the rocks from the last level, but go really quickly and are very difficult to kill. They're best avoided. Off we go. Oh, there's also more tiger heads, which is a lovely addition. Don't want another F-pot. So make sure you try to get every enemy early, especially those bowls of noodles, because they do shoot if you leave them. Yeah, in the manual it says don't let the dumplings escape. That means they're the dumplings that give you pots. So yeah, try not to let them go if you need an item, like those enemies I just killed. Yeah, they're the mushrooms. No, oops, yeah, don't try and kill those swords. They're quite tricky. Just ignore them. Although they are killable. That's a word. Get that tiger. There we go. Right, this is the middle boss of this level. He's the bad Buddha. You don't want that power. That will give you the brackets. He's the bad Buddha, and yeah, he just shoots lightning as well. So just kill him. 3rd shop again. Yeah, that power pop would have given me the brackets, which I do not want because they're okay. They're strong, but the fact that you can't do auto fire with them, it just makes you very vulnerable. That was quite tricky, that situation. That was close. I was in a bad situation there. Yeah, this half of the level is a bit harder. Just kill them. Right. Take care of that. Yeah, those Canton men do shoot if you let them. I let that one shoot. Right, another thing. Just kill him like that. Kill that tiger. See, the search bombs really are essential, really. I think don't want that speed pot. Yeah, 2 tigers with shields come here. The one on the right has an extra, so you want that one. There we go. He drops an extra pot, so make sure you get the one on the right that appears. Just kill him. There we go. Right, the second bad Buddha. Just get that tiger there. That's it, and then concentrate on the bad Buddha himself, and then try to get in the door to make all the enemies disappear. And then I don't want anything, as always. So I never really get into the 4th shop. When I play this, but I will do the not the bonus game, but the second game afterwards to show you. I don't normally do the secondary game, the game after I complete it, because it's exactly the same, more or less. Well, exactly the same, pretty much, as this game, except you just try to play for more points and you start the game with all your weapons still. Right, this is the 3rd boss, the giant Buddha. He is actually much easier than the 2nd boss. You just have to avoid his rings, which can hit you sometimes, but they're easier to avoid, really. Just keep shooting. That's it. He drops little bouncy bits as well sometimes. Yeah, here we go. Just try to get underneath them. Again, like the Kappa, stay at the top, and so his shots are spread out like that. There we go. And it's easier to find the gap. The Phoenix isn't like that, the first boss. The Phoenix always shoots in the same pattern, more or less, so it's not the same. But with the Kappa and this boss, definitely start at the top and then move your way to the bottom so the shots are spread out. Otherwise, if you stay in one position, they can trap you. You are great. Accept a new title and 100,000 points. It's another life. And watch out. A new test. Quick. More training. Right, and then we get to Mount Tai. That's it. Mount Tai. Round 4. Right. This level's slightly harder than the 3rd one. 3 new enemies. A slow-moving block which needs loads of hits. Ground dragon that doesn't move but shoots really quickly, and a cloud that can't be killed but drops panda heads. The middle boss is the 2-headed demon that shoots lightning bolts, but they're slightly harder to avoid. Right, the enemies coming up are... You don't want that F-pot. These are the tiles from level 2. They shoot once randomly in a random direction, and then they will shoot again in your direction when they die. So it makes a lot of firepower appear on the screen. Right. You don't want that P pot, that will give you brackets, or the F pot, make you too sensitive. Oh dear, yeah, that's what happens with the monkeys. That's why you want to kill the monkeys earlier, before they catch up with you. Right, here's the first 2-headed demon. You don't have as much time with the 2-headed demon as you do with the previous middle bosses before they start moving to the left, trying to crush you. So, trying to touch you, so hurry up and kill them. Okay, I don't want anything from there, but I won't be able to get to the 4th shop, but there's nothing I want from the 4th shop anyway. So I'll keep the search bomb. Right, so here are the slow-moving blocks. They need a lot of firepower, but because my firepower is so strong and I have bombs, I'm making light work of them. But if you have weak firepower because you've lost a life, just ignore them, because your weak firepower you won't get them because they're too strong for weak firepower. Right, here are the extra pot is in the 3rd one of the next formation. Right, the clouds will start coming next. Yep, here we go. You can't kill them, see, but you can kill the panda heads. Another ground dragon, there we go. Managed to get a shot in before I killed it. Right, there we go, kill that, kill them, move around. The cloud also will not hurt you when you touch the cloud. So it's sort of mutual. You can't kill it and it can't kill you, but it can kill you by proxy with its panda heads. This is the one that gives you the extra. There we go. So make sure you get that. Right, the second middle boss is coming up. It's made harder because of the blocks that sort of absorb your shots. So just make sure you you kill it early. That's it. There we go, got it. That was quite tricky. Go in the door now to get rid of the cloud. And then, there you are, the cloud's gone. And the monkey. Right, and here's the fourth boss, erroneously listed in the manual as the fifth boss, so it has no name. The fifth boss, the Shogun, was listed as the fourth boss. Right, so get its head. The rings it shoots can be tricky to avoid, but just try to find the gap like that, and just keep shooting its head, and shooting some bombs if you want to. There we go, that was close. Yeah, they're easy to avoid when it shoots them like that. There we go, nice little gap there for me. Keep shooting, there we go. They can sometimes not leave you a gap, which is extremely annoying, so just try to find the gap if you can. If you can't, it's just bad luck, it's random. You are great. Accept a new title and 100,000 points. Watch out, a new test, quick, more training. And here's round 5, the Buddha's Heaven. Let's quickly talk about this one. This level is extremely difficult. There are 3 middle bosses instead of 2. The middle boss is the GOGYO beast that shoots lightning bolts again, but they're easier to avoid actually than the last middle boss. Old friends are back: Pigoid, Ground Dragon, Cloud, bowls of noodles and mushrooms, and a new enemy, the falling rocks. So keep away from the top of the screen when they start to appear. Yeah, if you're too close to the right when the Canton men appear, they will shoot immediately. They have to get a certain distance towards you before they shoot, so if you're closer towards the edge, they will shoot earlier. Rather like the monkeys. Here they come. They're not actually that hard to kill, but with all the other things here, you might want to just ignore them, because they don't shoot. You know, 2 clouds, so ignore the second one and just concentrate on the first one. That was quite tricky, but managed to avoid it there. Right, first GOGYO beast. You don't want that power, of course. There we go, sorted. Go in the door now. Don't want anything as always, but all the enemies are gone, lovely. Just got them just before they started shooting. Yeah, here come the tiger heads, which are always difficult because they're so fast. And they shoot. And because they shoot at the same speed that they move, it's difficult to see their shot until sometimes it's too late. So that's the first save point. Nearly got that fast by accident there. Well, here come the other things. These ones don't shoot again, but they're harder to kill, but because I have strong firepower, it makes no difference. Yeah, this bit's a bit tricky. The second middle boss is coming up. Yeah, here he is. A cloud will appear here, so watch yourself. That's it. Sometimes it doesn't shoot, which is lucky, which means it's easier. Go in the door ASAP to get rid of the cloud, of course. I didn't want anything out of this shop either. Yeah, the mushrooms start coming out of the middle of the screen in a second, so be careful. Right about now, that's it. So watch yourself. That's it. And just try to kill this last cameo beast. That's it. Go in the door as soon as possible. And then out again, because we don't need anything in there either. Be careful of that bit. Go away. Lovely Canton men, they're really annoying. Although what a Canton man is, I don't know. Obviously a blue man with wings. And here's the last boss. He's very unfair, the Shogun. There's barely a gap to pass through. So just obviously hit his belt buckle, and just try to find this tiny weeny gap. There we go, just found it. It's very difficult. Oh, that was close. The third time he shoots, he'll shoot 2 in a row, so be warned. Here we go. That was close, just managed to find it there. Keep shooting. Nearly dead, hopefully. Yes, just made that. I think that last shot might have actually touched me, but because he was already starting to die, it didn't count. So I'll be thankful of that. You are great. Accept a new title and 100,000 points. You've learned much. This is the end of the game, pretty much. That's the end of the long journey of Michael Chen. Doesn't make sense. There's no verb in that sentence. Chen, as his wish, has become the strongest superhuman in the world. People praise him and call him the Great Cloud Master. And that's it. That's the end, pretty much. So now the game can continue from the first level again, so you can just continue and keep getting a high score. But you keep all your weapons and your lives and your points. Right. After the game over screen. Stupid, it says game over, then it starts again. Right, let's just pause it quickly. What I want to show you now, quickly, not to complete the game again, but just to show you the extra weapons. So there's an extra speed. There's 3 speeds I have now, so I'm already quite fast. Get another speed just to show you. Look how fast I am now. That's 4. I'm far too jerky now. It's almost out of control. Because I'll accidentally go into a... yeah, that's easier now, but I nearly went into that lightning bolt there. Alright, to get a third weapon here, I'll show you the crescents. There we go. They're pretty rudimentary. They're quite weak and they flash and they're distracting. They're quite good with the brackets though, because the brackets need a bit of extra firepower because they're quite slow. But not with this firepower. I wouldn't recommend it with the double red shot. Nope. Nope, nothing. There's 5 speeds now, just 1 away from maximum, and already it's just too fast. Oh, there's the power. Just get that. And now I have the brackets. There we go. I'll just go in here first. Show you the scatter bomb. Obviously the 4 crescents are just like the other crescents I just had, but we're just 4 of them. I'll show you the scatter bomb. Yeah, the scatter bomb. Yeah, that's the most power I have now, the brackets. See, I can only shoot 2 on the screen, and the most power, the one above the brackets, is the brackets with 2 red shots that I have now. See, it leaves me vulnerable if you notice. See, the scatter bomb, I can only shoot 1 at a time. A direct hit is same as normal bomb, but the fragments are weaker, and they're too distracting, and they're rubbish. They're too spread apart. It's just a hit and hope. See, this boss is now actually quite hard to avoid to avoid its firepower. I have to be careful because I'm all sensitive. Just be careful, that's it. Just be very careful, because I have too much speed. It's best to go for the one on the bottom. That's it. That's it, and it's dead again. Show you some more weapons on the second level. Right. I won't bother to pause to explain, there's no point. Yes, this is the best weapon I can get in theory. So there's no more power pots after this one. So I nearly went into that. I will accidentally go into something eventually. I'll drop a scatter bomb. Look how distracting that is. It's just ridiculous. Just can't shoot fast enough. They are pretty wide though, so I suppose they're not that bad. But this will be tricky, this bit. See, I can't kill these very easily either because they won't absorb the shot, so I have to wait for them to go off the screen again. Show you this shot. And the 4th one again. I'll show you the super bomb now. It's like the bouncing bomb, but it goes through everything. Again, you can only shoot 2 on the screen at once, like the normal bouncing bomb. But yeah, but probably just have to wait for it to go off the screen because it's not absorbed, and it can bounce over enemies. So I would have preferred a super bomb that's like the search bomb. It slides, but it doesn't exist. Oh, that's the maximum number of speeds now. I'm astonished I haven't gone into anything yet. Also, the super bomb is pretty distracting because it bounces. Look how it won't kill them first time, look. You see, it needs 2 of them because it only needs 1 of the red shots, the double red shots, those tiles, blank tiles. Show you the other weapon, the 4 images. I won't get any more fast or powers now because I'm maxed out in all of them. There's the 4 images. So look, it's just awful. They're weak. They're just rubbish. If you have to get anything from the 4th shop, I would recommend the super bomb over anything else. But it's best to keep the search bombs, in my opinion. I might find this boss difficult because with this extra speed I have, it's going to be hard to avoid all the Kappa's lightning bolts. Here we go. I'll probably die. I am astonished I avoided that. That was luck. Here we go. Oh, that was close. It's not that bad really. I might actually do this. That was close. I'm astonished I did that first time. I'll tell you what would be impossible, the 5th boss. If I make it that far. Alright, so 12 lives now. This is going to be tough. See how I'm vulnerable there? I couldn't shoot that extra tiger head. I nearly forgot that I had the yeah, I got shot. That's because I didn't kill that turtle, because I didn't have the bombs. I had that awful 4 images. Awful 4 images, and I didn't kill the turtle. Should be the 2nd shop if I make it that far now, but I might not make it. It's not actually killing anything first time. I actually missed that thing. I'm back to the 1st shop now if I make it. That's the blue shot. This is tough now. I think I might actually give up. I've shown you the end of the game. I didn't even have enough firepower to kill that. I'll just ignore that tiger. I'll have to ignore that turtle as well. Try to kill this. Yeah, just got it. Oh, auto fire, good. Yeah, the ones on the bottom always give you auto fire unless you have it. This bad Buddha is going to be hard. Oh, that's a special, there we go. Yeah, it upgrades it by 2 levels instead of 1. So, yeah. But you only get them if you die. Good, got it. Good, I can show you the 1st shop again. Right, yes, this is the, rubbish. There's the 4-way guard, it's awful. And you can't replace it until they all go. See, and it's just distracted me. It distracted me every time. That's why I died, because it was distracting me. I was concentrating on how many I had left, rather than the position of the fireballs. Do not get the 4-way guard is my advice. See if I can make it to the next shop. So if I'd kept the weapons I had from before, I would actually be doing a lot better now. It's because I have these rubbishy different weapons I'm experimented with the brackets and the scatter bomb. That's why I've died. Things like that. That's a special. I do actually need that, so better get that. There we go. Oh, the next bad Buddha. Just try to avoid the... yeah, I couldn't avoid the sword. And on that note, I think I'm going to give up. I showed you the brackets, so yeah, thanks for watching this this video, and I'll see you in the next playthrough. Bye bye.